It's science time. We're going to do some science, children. Okay, so we've been thinking about properties, haven't we, in science over the past few weeks? Properties of materials. What are materials like? We've been trying to describe materials, haven't we? So let's have a little think back. How many properties can you remember? So how many words can you remember to describe materials? And these words that we think of, we use the big word properties. So let me give you an example. One would be hard. Can you think of another one? Okay, let's see how many we can think of. Okay, so I've got these pictures that we've looked at before, but the words are missing to describe them. I wonder if you can remember what word goes under each picture to describe it. Okay, so let's have a look at the diamond. Can you remember what word goes with the diamond? The diamond is, it's hard. What about the bear? What's the bear like? The bear is soft. What about this man? Do you remember this man I brought into a PE lesson once, didn't I? And he's very stretchy. Now this little boy has got something in his hand, so that's going to give you a clue. He's holding something and he's trying to do something with it. Let's see if we can describe it. It's stiff. You can't bend it. It's stiff. Now let's look at this moth here. Or this butterfly. I think it's a moth. How would you describe that particular moth? It's shiny. So if that one's shiny, how would you describe the one next to it? It's not shiny, is it? And we use the word beginning with d, dull. Now we've got a log, and the log is rough. What about this stone? Is this stone rough? Or is it smooth? We've got a spring next, haven't we? And the spring is all bendy. And we've got this same picture here of this person trying to bend the stick. And the stick is not bendy. It's the opposite of bendy. If something's not bendy, it's not bendy. It won't move, will it? Then we've got a duck in some water, and this duck is waterproof, so it can go in the water and it won't get damaged. But paper is not waterproof. If I put a piece of paper in a bowl of water, it's going to get damaged and it's going to get all soggy and I'll have to throw it in the bin. It's not waterproof. Now, how would you describe a sponge? It's a big long word that we use beginning with a. Absorbent. It absorbs water. Now we've got a raincoat. These are very handy. It's been raining a lot lately. We need a raincoat, don't we? And this is not absorbent, so the water just runs off the raincoat, which is why we use them. Now there's a purple screen, and I cannot see the person behind the screen at all. I can see things poking out, but I can't see through the screen. So we call that opaque. Now, when you can see through something like a window, we call it transparent, don't we? And these are all properties. There are so many here, aren't they? They're all properties. Now, sometimes you can tell just by looking at materials what properties they have. But sometimes you have to do a few tests to see how that material behaves and what will happen if you do something to it. So if I go outside and I look at a log, just by looking at that log, I might be able to tell if it's a smooth log or if it's a rough log. I might just be able to tell by looking at it, but I could do a test to see. I could feel the log to see if I'm right. So sometimes you can tell by looking, but sometimes you need to do a test just to make sure And that's what we're going to be doing today. So your activity today, children, this is the first sheet that I would like everybody to do. You're going to need to try and find these objects from around your house. If you haven't got one, don't worry. Just have a little think about it or ask a grown-up helper. So you're going to need, I use my pointer here, a straw, a spoon, a table, a tape measure, and an elastic band. So you're going to have to go and find those 5 things. And then you're going to write in this column here what they're made from. So what's the straw made from? What's the spoon made from? The table, the tape measure, and the elastic band made from? What are they made from? Then in the next column, you need to put a tick in it if it's bendy. It says up here, bendy. So if the straw is bendy, then you put a tick in that box. Is the spoon bendy? Is the table bendy? Is the tape measure bendy? And is the elastic band bendy? If it's not, then put a cross. So you either put a tick or a cross. And then in the next column it says, not bendy. So the straw, is the straw not bendy? So if it's not bendy, you put a tick in it. Is the spoon not bendy? So if it's not bendy, put a tick in it. And you do the same for the rest. Now, if you complete that really quickly, and some of you might, I want you to attempt to do the next sheet if you can. And this gets a little bit harder. So we've got some more objects. Now, don't worry if you don't have the objects. I'm sure you know what they're like already, so you can use what you know about them, okay? So again, we've got to do the same thing, what they're made from. And this time, it's not about being bendy, it's about being waterproof. So are they waterproof or are they not waterproof? And then under here, we've got different objects again. And this time we're doing, are they transparent or are they opaque? Is a window transparent? Here's a window, look, a window. Can you see through a window? Yes, you can. So you put a tick in there. It's not opaque, is it? So we put a cross in there. A cardboard box. Can you see through a cardboard box? Is it transparent? No, it's not transparent, is it? It's opaque. You can't see through a box. It's definitely opaque. And you carry on through the materials just like that. Okay, see how far you can get. And then if you want to, you can colour in the little pictures at the sides. Okay, children, so we're testing properties today. You're being real scientists today doing these tests. Okay, children, so have fun with your testing today and have a lovely day. Bye for now, everybody.